Good morning, my good people. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. I can't get this thing to stay still. This morning I'm going to go over my predictions for the upcoming divisional round of the NFL playoffs. I'm going to start off with Washington at Detroit. I'm going to take Detroit to win this game, but I do think Washington is a sneaky sleeper. I don't look for this game to be a blowout. I think Washington will at least hang in with them for at least 3 quarters. I don't think this will be a blowout. I do think Washington's future, man. Like, Washington's future is very bright. As an Eagles fan, that kills me to say. They drive me a little bit less crazy than the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants fans because they just haven't been around for a while. But their fans are older, and they're a lot like Cowboy fans. When you get to start talking to them, especially on chat boards and message boards and stuff like that, you start hearing you get a Cowboy fan sense from them after a while of talking to them. But again, they've been irrelevant longer than the Cowboys, so I don't mind them as much, and I kind of like them, and I like Jay Daniels. They've got, as a Bama fan, they've got a lot of Bama guys on the team, so I don't mind them as much, but so do the Lions for that matter. But the Lions are just a better team. They're the number 1 seed for a reason. I see no reason not to pick the Lions in this game. I think the Lions are better in just about every aspect. They've proven that. Injuries have been a thing for them, but they've managed to overcome all that, and I'm actually really excited to watch this game. Game number 2 on the docket, the Rams and the Eagles. I kind of made a little tiny video on this the other day, yesterday in fact. I'm going to be watching the referees like crazy in this game. Obviously, I think the Eagles are going to win this game. We've already beaten them in LA handedly. They can't stop the run. They cannot stop Barkley. And I think as long as we run the rock, there's no way in hell they're going to beat us. I don't see that happening. Stick to the game plan. Stick to what works. Stick to what we know. And I don't think there's any way they can stop Barkley. So just pound the rock and we win. It's as simple as that. Play good defense, which we've been doing. So as long as we play our game and do what we do, we'll be fine. I don't worry about the Rams. I would have been more worried had Minnesota won that game. That didn't happen, but that's also why I said what I said on my video yesterday. I will be watching the referees. I do think that the NFL is all about money, and they play. What's going on in the world plays a factor in the NFL. 9/11, Katrina. I haven't forgotten you. It's happened multiple times, and whatever natural disasters happen, whatever craziness happens, that city wins the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying that's going to happen now because you have to look at it from the other side too. Kansas City Chiefs are working on a 3-peat, which is what I've been yelling all year long, and Lord knows the officials have done everything they can to make sure they get there. So it is what it is. I don't think the Rams have a chance to win this game. So, going into the game, I'll be watching the officials. I'll be watching how this game goes. I'm telling you right now, y'all, if I see any suspicious, any flags that are sus, man, I'm going to lose my mess. So y'all be praying for me with that, because Lord, I'm going to need it. All right, let's move over to the AFC. We've got Houston and Kansas City. Now, here's my thing on that. Nobody had Houston, except for me, winning last week, okay? Everybody was picking the Chargers to win that game. I knew better. I picked the Houston Texans. I knew they were going to win that game. They did, handedly. Herbert's overrated. Chargers overrated. I like their receiver from Georgia. He's good. But outside of that, they don't have anything else. They got a decent defense. But I knew Houston was going to come away with the win. Plus, I'm a little biased because I love their head coach. Miko Ryans is amazing. Roll Tide. But anyway, That game, obviously, I'm gonna take. God, as much as it kills me to say this, I'm taking Kansas City because I know they're gonna win. But I'm pulling for Houston hardcore, man. Man, I hope Houston wins this game. I really do. I'm really pulling for Houston here. I know they're not gonna win, but I'm pulling for them, dude, for a million different reasons. And like I said, look, man, I'm an Andy Reid guy. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm not just trashing on Kansas City. You Kansas City fans that are upset with me, like, listen, like, it is what it is. I'm over the Taylor Swift crap. People try to compare the Chiefs to the Patriots of old. Like, no, they're completely different. I rooted for the Patriots. I liked them because they won. Everybody else hated them because they won. I don't hate Kansas City because they win. I don't like Kansas City because of how they win. They're not winners. They're not. Every single game, the referees save them. Mahomes, above average quarterback. People call him the greatest quarterback in the NFL. Look at his stats. I'm just saying. They don't win every one of their, like, they should, the record they have is not them. And they should definitely lose in this playoff. They should definitely lose in this playoffs. There is definitely a better team, and I'm going to mention them in a minute, in the AFC, that I feel like is more of a ready for a Super Bowl. And it ain't them. It ain't Kansas City. So again, I'm going to get off this before I get into a rant on that crap again. I'm going to say I'm picking Kansas City, but I'm pulling for Houston, if that makes any sense. I'm only picking Kansas City because I know they're going to win. They're going to win. They're going to make sure they win. And that sucks. I hate it, railroad track. But it is what it is. All right, moving on to the last game. We've got Baltimore at Buffalo. This is probably the best game, in my opinion, of the weekend. Now, here's my thing. I'm torn on this one as well because I really like Buffalo, but I picked Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl. So, and then there's that whole Josh Allen versus Saquon Barkley for the MVP thing going on, and then you want to throw in Lamar Jackson for MVP, which is kind of crazy because you're going to have those two going against each other in this game. I don't know how this one's going to go. I really don't. I'm going to take Baltimore because I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. But watch out for the Bills. I do think that whoever wins this game ultimately should beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game next week. Because I think both of these teams are better. Baltimore, in my opinion, is the best team in the AFC, and that is because of Derrick Henry and their ability to run the ball. They lost Flowers. I don't know if he's. I got to check his status. But it didn't matter last week. Baltimore did what they had to do. Derrick Henry just changes the game. I think the two biggest signings of the year were, and I said it going into fantasy football season. I'm like, I don't know why Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley aren't getting picked earlier. I feel like they're going to have good years. And man, have they had great years. Both of them have really had good years on new teams. I know Dallas is kicking themselves for Derrick Henry going to Baltimore, but like Jerry wasn't going to spend any money. But anyway, I'm taking Arizona. I'm taking Baltimore in that game. Buffalo will keep it close. I do think that game will go down. Whoever's got the ball last, more than likely. I do think that's going to be the best game of the weekend. I can't wait for that one. That one is the best game of the weekend. I will keep saying that. So my winners this week: Detroit, Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Baltimore. Those are my 4 winners for this week. And I do think that last game, that Baltimore game is going to be in Buffalo. That's going to be an exciting game. But remember what I said about the Eagles-Rams game? Those officials better watch out, man. I'm not kidding. Because and that's another thing, like, that would be another storyline for the NFC Championship game if the Rams and the Lions win. Then you've got the whole Stafford golf thing going. That's storylines. And that's what the NFL is big on, man. To make its money. The NFL is 100% all about money. And it is what it is. And it sucks. And I hate that it's like that. But you have to pay attention to that kind of crap. Unfortunately, in the world we live in 2025, that's where we are. And nothing's cut and dry anymore. Nothing's fair. And you don't play the game to win anymore. Obviously, it's whoever's going to make more money, whoever's going to generate more money for the NFL. And that's what it's all about. It's all about storylines. It's all about talking. It's all about, where the ratings are going to be. What city is going to profit the NFL more. And that's where we are. Love you guys. I'll see y'all a little bit later. Maybe I'll do another video at lunch. I will talk to you guys later.